Okay, so all the way from Ireland, this man is a financial wizard. He's a Brian O'Driscoll fanatic. He spends his life when he's not in the courts playing padel tennis and creating his own websites. I'm pleased to introduce to you a Brain Lab boffin. His name is, you've just seen it, Jack Bones. Jack, welcome to Oppidan Talks.
Can you hear us? Can you see us? Oh, he's on mute. There he is now. He's with us.
Hey guys, how are we doing?
Hey.
Very well.
I actually cut out there for the introduction, Walter. So for all I know, you were just insulting me the whole time. But
I reminded them that you're a big rugby fan and that you spend a lot of time in courts and that you like financial literacy. That's kind of what I said about you.
Yes. I really liked Ed's introduction earlier in the song when he called me Jack of the Law. I think I might introduce myself from now on just as Jack of the Law whenever I meet anyone. Yeah, pleasure to be on. Thank you for having me.
What have you got for us? Take it away.
So today I wanted to touch on marketing and how to build a brand. And a lot of people don't think they know anything about marketing, but we are all walking, talking, breathing encyclopedias on the knowledge of brands, essentially. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by sharing my screen. Actually, no, to start, I should just say I'm going to pit you two against each other. We're going to do a little competition, if that's all right. I love competitions.
Walter and me, competitive? Never.
Yeah, I know, right? We're going to do a little logo, guess the logo quiz. So I'm just going to share my screen. Get it up.
I'm famously bad at this kind of thing.
Okay. So when I click next, a brand logo will come up and you guys have to, well, it's basically who can get it first, essentially.
All right.
Okay.
Ready.
5 in total. Right. Ready?
Pepsi.
Oh, I think that was both of you at the same time. We'll call that one a draw.
Must be the lag.
Yeah. Okay.
Prius.
Tesla.
Yes, Walter. Prius, Henry. Oh dear. Okay. Next.
Compare the market.
Henry's pulled it back. 1-1. Fantastic. Okay. We've got 2 more to go.
Zoom.
Yes, Henry. I think you just picked that one. Well done. Right. Last one. Can Walter pull it back to make it 2-2?
Oppidan.
Asian.
I think you just squeezed that one in there, Walter. I think you just squeezed that one in. We'll call it 2-2.
My favorite logo.
Awesome.
Very good. A lot of kids on here. I was obviously not focusing on the chat because I was so involved in the quiz, but a lot of kids have been getting it right. So well done, everyone out there. Good brand.
Awesome. Well, I thought we could maybe bring someone up, and I've got another logo quiz, and just see
Absolutely.
how many.
Who would like to pit themselves as a logo quiz fanatic? Who thinks they can beat the logo quiz? Let's see. Who's on here? I'm going to pick someone at random from down here. Let's go for Everett. Let's go for Everett. Everett for the logo quiz. Can you come on up? Can you join us, Everett? Hopefully your camera works this week. You don't reference feces.
Oh, it was Everett, was it? Who did that last time?
I think it was. Everett, can you come on up? Ooh. Are you shy?
Getting tired, Hen.
So Susie on here has just said, why can't we get on the chat? You are on the chat. You're on the Q&A. You've written me a message. I'm reading it. The Q&A is the place to be, guys. The chat doesn't.
I'm here, I think.
Hi, Everett. Can we see you with your camera?
Is this work?
Not at the moment. Oh, yeah, now it does. Hello.
Ah, perfect.
I'm not a 94 years old Russian grandma, okay?
Excellent. Okay, you ready for Jack's Jerry?
Fantastic.
I'm trying.
Right, Everett, do you know your logos, your companies, your brands?
I know them fairly well.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we're going to do a little quiz. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Everyone at home can play this as well. I want to see how many you can name. Okay.
Also, move your screen down just a little. We can see the top of your head. There we go. That's better. Perfect.
Brilliant. Okay, so are you ready, Everett? It's going to pop up in just a second. Okay, and go.
Citron, Shell, Facebook, McDonald's, BMW, Pepsi, Vodafone, Windows, Apple, Wikipedia, Citron. I don't know if I said that twice. The panda thing. So dumb. Honda, Nike, Volkswagen, Mercedes.
2 seconds.
Disney and Yahoo.
Amazing. Wow. That, you've absolutely nailed that, Everett. I think I've got down 20 out of 30.
That's
incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you did so well, because you proved my point that we all know tons about brands. We might not think it, but we all know tons about brands, and we don't even have to see the name of a brand to recognize it. Okay. Now, I'm just going to share with everyone this really cool advert from Coca-Cola, okay? So next slide on my presentation. And you'll see here, right, at first glance, it looks like there's a bottle there. But yeah, if you kind of look at it close enough, you realize there isn't one there at all. And Coca-Cola are so identifiable as a brand, so identifiable that they don't even need to put their sort of logo, their kind of product up. We just instantly recognize it.
That's cool.
I think that's a really interesting. Everett, did you see the bottle there?
I did not see that at all. I mean,
You didn't see it.
I saw the shape, but I didn't see like it has like all the coloring and all of that on it.
Can you picture the bottle though? You can kind of picture it.
Yeah, I see like
Coca-Cola bottle. Okay, cool. So Coca-Cola, I mean, I think they're probably one of the only brands in the world that can kind of do that kind of thing. But I've got some cans of Coke here actually. And a brand, when you're trying to build your brand, some of the most important assets are the things like your logo, your colors, typography. Typography is basically, you know, the style of writing. I mean, how iconic is the style of writing on a Coke can or a Coke bottle? The colors as well, red and white, of course. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but supposedly there's a bit of a myth that Santa Claus was originally, I think, green or blue, and he became red because of a Coca-Cola advert.
Is that true?
I mean, imagine, well, it's a bit of a myth. Apparently, some people dispute it, but I mean, imagine being such like a company so powerful that you actually change the color of Santa Claus. Pretty insane. So like I said, yeah, colors, logo, typography, adverts, the Christmas advert with Santa. But Coke didn't stop there. They realized in the sort of 80s, actually people are kind of cottoning on to the fact that Coke's not very healthy. So they launched Diet Coke, right? A lighter, kind of healthier version, right? And then after a few years, people were saying, yeah, it's healthier, but you know what, it doesn't really taste that good. So they launched Coke Zero. Same great taste, zero sugar, right? And I think this kind of proves that Coke, not only have they become one of the most identifiable brands in the world, you instantly can recognize it, but they were able to kind of adapt and change as time went on, right? My final kind of few slides is to do with this kind of idea of going global, right? And we're going to go from one very unhealthy company to another. We're going to go to McDonald's, and we're going to look at how McDonald's went global, but what they did is they thought local, right? There's this term called localization. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. Localization basically means having an awareness of the local market, okay? So expanding globally, but thinking locally. Now I'm going to share with you some products, some McDonald's items from around the world, and I'd like to see if people can. Sorry, Everett, what was that?
Sorry, I've learned more from here than I've learned in my whole school.
Awesome, there we go. Thank you, Everett. Thank you. Well, we're going to look now at a few McDonald's items from around the world, right? Let's see if people can get it in the Q&A. Type in if you can guess the country. Right, so this presentation is frozen. Oh, there we go. What is this? Which country? Oh, we're going too far. We're going too far now. Let's go back to that first one.
They look like churros stuck together.
They do look like churros, don't they? Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, what's this? What's this?
Switzerland.
Anybody get it in the Q&A?
So they got to guess the country. Italy, France.
What country? Yeah.
Finland, Mexico, Dutchland.
What's the second one you said, Henry?
Is it from? I think it's from Italy, though.
Really good guess. It's not Italy. It is. I'll tell you what it's called. It's called Le Petit Mc Baguette. That might give it away.
Oh, c'est canadien.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's France, right? It's France. Right. Next up, we've got this. Maybe if I give you the name, it'll give it away. It's called the Mcbratwurst.
Ah.
That's a hard
The
one.
Mcbratwurst.
I think we've got some popular answers here. Is it Germany?
Sounds
Brilliant.
good.
Yes. It is Germany. It is Germany. Well done, guys. And finally, that strange churros-looking one.
It looked like churros, but with some sort of Sunday roast vegetables shoved in.
It did. Yeah, it did. Sorry. There we go. Right. What is this? It's not easy, this one. If I give you the name, it will give it away straight away.
That's McDonald's.
This is yeah. Okay, it's called the McCurry.
India, because they've curry.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's India. These is like curried vegetables in like a bread bin. So what I wanted to highlight there, guys, is how McDonald's has thought locally. They've expanded all around the world. You can get McDonald's in almost any country, but they've thought about the local market. What are people going to want? In France, they're going to want a baguette. In India, they're going to want some sort of curry, and also a vegetable curry, because a lot of the population don't eat meat. So not only are brands like McDonald's and Coca-Cola super identifiable, but they're very clever at adapting, thinking locally, and staying ahead of the game.
Amazing. Jack, what an incredible little segment there. Everett, as he put it, I might have to steal that and put it on an Instagram or something. I've learnt more on Oppidan Talks than I have at school. I think that says it all. Everett, we're going to send you back to the ether. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you very soon. Jack, anything to add? Or is Jack just frozen and we might...
Thank you.
What's that, Jack?
I think I'm still here. I think my Wi-Fi, I've been having trouble 2-3 days.
That's all right. Thank you so much for joining us. Really particularly instructive and cool, just like little business nous to think about there. I loved it.
Thanks, Jack.
I've loved it. Thank you so much, guys.
Jack, we'll see you very soon.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.
Alrighty, I think we've got to crack straight on, don't we? We've got the wonderful, the inimitable Courtney joining us today. For any of you who are big fans of Oppidan Brain Labs, Courtney is famous.
I feel like, as she loads, I feel like we're going to have to get a bit active here.
Yeah.
Courtney is on mute, but I can see...
No, I'm on mute. Okay, guys, I made it. Sorry, my cat was being really needy. This is my kitten, everyone. Everyone who I tutor has seen him. He's a little mascot. Castle.
He's so little.
Guys, he joins in a dance class too. Hi,
Cool.
thanks for having me on Oppidan Talks. Pardon?
What have you got for us today?
Okay, so I've actually got two things. So I do confidence and dance in one of my lessons. I also do science and English and all of the academic stuff. You can be good at lots of things. So today I've just come, my dance class finished literally 10 minutes ago. And I was saying to the girls like, oh, what do you think I should do with Henry and Walter? And they were like, oh my God, what could you do with Henry and Walter? What could be really fun? And so they've challenged me to teach the TikTok dance that we taught today in the quickest amount of time that I could, in like the most succinct way. So everyone else can join at home. Walter, Henry, I'm expecting you to join as well. And because it's about confidence, the first thing we do is, Walter, can you give Henry a compliment? And Henry, can you give Walter a compliment?
Henry, I like your fashion sense.
Thank you. Walter, I get much of my fashion sense from you.
Guys, that's cute. Okay, so you can either do it, I don't know whether to do it standing up or sitting down. I can kind of do it.
We can stand up. I can stand.
All right, so let me just see that you can see all of me. There we go. Okay, so the first thing, guys, you're going to start with a crisscross, okay? Yes! Look at Henry already getting in the lower body, so you're leaning into it. So it's crisscross, feeling good. Click forward. Oh my, okay, too much, Henry. Okay, so crisscross, click forward.
Click.
Cross, click forward. Walter, you got to crisscross.
Okay, Chris.
Cross, click. Then do a loser sign. And then do an okay sign. Some of you might already know what the song is. So let's do that all again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Cross, click, loser, okay. Then from there, you make a little shape around your head and you go tick, tick.
Tick, tick.
Oh, guys, you're giving me life. Okay, so from here, tick, tick, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you do a little bend.
Little bend. Perfect. All right.
Let's try it once without music, and then we'll put it to music, and everyone else can join in.
This is just like the time I auditioned for Tina the Musical.
Okay, you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Cross, click, loser, okay, head, da, 1, 2, 3, 4, down. But the 1, 2, 3, 4, this is when it gets confusing. I'll give you the timings, it speeds up. So it'll go, feeling good, da, like I should, ba. When, oh, I missed something, guys. I missed my own choreography. Before you go, da, you're like that. You put your hand in a fist, and you make a little man, and you walk like that.
Oh, hello.
Hello. So it'll actually go, feeling good, ba, like I should, da. Went and took a walk around the neighborhood, ba. Feeling blessed.
This is better than my two-step.
Oh, well, whip it out the next part.
Like this in Bethnal Green.
Also, I can't sing, so sorry for anyone who just had to hear me being like, feeling good, whoa.
I hope everyone at home is doing this.
I hope so too, because I was like, if Walter and Henry just sit there and watch me teach, I'm actually going to feel really nervous.
I just want to say, if people at home are laughing at this and not getting involved, shame on you.
Shame on you. Right. So the beginning intro, I'll count you in, but you got to just improv. You got to freestyle your beginning. And this is the part where I want to see attitude. My students are way better at this than me. I'm so keen on getting everything right. I'm like, oh my gosh, but they're there, they're giving it sass. We usually pick a musician, our favorite musician. So pick a musician, guys.
Taylor Swift.
Okay, Taylor Swift it is. Then we start like this. Team, hi, welcome. We're backstage at Taylor Swift concert. We're the backing dancers. We're about to begin. I know everyone's really nervous, but don't worry. We are the best dancers ever. And then we go get ready. Okay, so I'll play the music. Can you hear that? Yes. Walking back. Done. 6, 7, and another count. So this is your, okay, are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and drop, click, out, okay? Feeling blessed. Yes, guys! Oh, that's something so, that is, I don't even know, we started at like, what time do we start? That's probably the quickest I've ever taught a TikTok dance in my life.
There we go. We want to know from you guys at home, did you get it as quickly or as...
If anyone is amazing at TikTok and wants to show us, shine, if you want to show us, I know so many people know more dances than I do, Renegade, you can pick your favorite. Feel free to put it in the Q&A and say, oh yeah, I want to show. Everyone said how nice the kitten is.
We've got Alfred here saying, my sis did it okay. Nice.
Oh.
Good.
Guys, that will for eternity be on YouTube.
Yeah.
So the phrase dad dancing shouldn't be used lightly, but I feel like for one or two people in that perhaps was applicable. We have Millie. Millie, hello.
No. Millie, you got to do the dance?
Millie's on, but she's also here. It's a bit like Inception.
What's
She's
Millie
on.
got for us?
Millie?
Yes!
That was very much an accident.
I was
Right.
like, Millie
Like
threatened
We've
to
got
come
Millie.
into my dance classes
Yeah.
literally every few weeks. So I was getting really excited.
That was an accident. I'm definitely going to leave it to the kids.
Okay, that's okay. Thanks everyone who says my kitten's really cute. Because
Courtney, thank you for that. That was epic. When can we catch you next?
I do dance classes every Wednesday, and I'll be doing them throughout summer holidays once a week. But I have another question for you, just to finish
Yes.
off. What is a compliment towards yourself? So something you think you've done well this week, in particular.
Oof, that's a great question. I think that I have, I've been swimming a bit better this week.
Okay.
Jealous that he's even swimming.
I know, me too. I was like, where's the spool?
He's by the beach. He's one of those non-social distancers in Bournemouth.
Ugh.
The front of the Daily Mail. No, Walter.
Fake news. Fake news.
I'm complimenting myself. I've sort of multitasked better than I usually would.
Amazing. Okay, so in my dance class, we usually start with like a compliment to someone else and a compliment to yourself. And my question is it more awkward to compliment yourself or to compliment your friend?
I think yourself.
I agree.
And why?
We're taught to be modest, eh?
Yeah, we have this thing where we think being modest is kind of like a goal. Like if someone gives us a compliment, we shouldn't be like, yeah, no, I am really good. And so in our dance, we're focusing on being like, yeah, no, I've got that dance. I'm really good at it. And this is the thing I'm really good at. And being able to not see it as a negative when you know your own strengths. So that's actually what I'm looking at in every single thing I teach, like even science, is how can we rephrase like complimenting ourselves and also accepting compliments. Most people hate getting a compliment because we don't want to be seen. Why is that? So that's the thing I'm going to leave you on is if you could compliment yourself, what would you say? Yeah, Rupert said the reason they don't like it is because of arrogance. So why do we think complimenting ourselves is arrogant? Obviously there's a line, but that's the question I'll probably leave on. You've got to have confidence to dance in front of people, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, you claim that you came on here to tell us that. Really, you just wanted to see us embarrass ourselves. But you
I
don't.
did a little bit. Like I was like, oh, I could talk about my courses. I could talk about everything. But I was like, what's going to be the funniest thing in about 10 years to look back on and be like, did I do that? I did do that. So yeah, that's what I leave it on.
Thank you so much. We'll see you later. That was awesome.
Bye. Thanks for joining in.
I'm sending you back.
How do I?
Got
Now
you.
we have a special guest on. Now,
Guys, hang on, we're going to run a little longer than we usually do today because we couldn't possibly miss what we've got coming next. Our third and final appearance is someone who some of you have never met before, but some of you will feel that you know well. Do you, in fact, know him very well?
ah!
Stop it.
Guys, it's me. It's Ed MacArthur,
Hello, Ed.
aka Ed Smith, aka Mr MacArthur. How are we all?
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm today's mystery guest.
Ah, wow. I can't recognize you without a black tie on.
No, exactly. It's been a really fun show watching as a guest, and I keep trying to interject, but obviously I'm not on the panel. But anyway, I'm here now to tell you a little bit about boosting confidence, because that's going to be my Oppidan course. So I thought I'd really quickly give you guys 3 tips for dealing with nerves, controlling nerves. Does that sound good?
That's good because I get horribly nervous.
Right. Okay. Well then, Henry, let's start with you. Henry, I want you to cast your mind back to a time recently when you've been nervous, or maybe even when you were at school about to do a performance or something like that. Can you think of any?
Yeah, perfect one.
Go on then.
Well, it was like a speech prize. So I really like acting when I'm in a character, but I had to be myself, just giving a speech. And I had to stand up just like in school uniform, so it wasn't in a costume, and I felt really nervous.
I mean, that does sound quite scary. The thing you have to remember is that nerves are just a part of everyday life, right? They're not something you want to avoid or cut out, but they're something you can control. So let's imagine you're backstage about to go on, okay? But you're right now where you are in the office. And tell me what you're thinking and what you're feeling physically.
Well, in that nervous situation?
Yeah.
A bit clammy. In fact, my hands are clammy now, but that's every Wednesday from 5 till 5:45. And I feel a bit like I haven't eaten. And a bit lightheaded, you know, like when you get up, you get a bit of a head rush.
Yeah. Okay, very good. And what are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
I'm thinking if I get something wrong, one of my words, or I say the wrong thing or swear or whatever, I'll get in trouble.
Yes, you'll get in trouble. Yeah, it's awful. You start worst case scenario. You think of all the things that could go wrong. So, okay, well, I'm going to prescribe you the 5 things tip. That's what I'm going to give you. Okay? So you're in your head, you're panicking, you're sweating. I want you to just step out of your own thoughts and spot 5 things around you. So imagine you're doing it right now. So take a step back and tell me 5 things you can see in front of you. 3, 2, 1, go.
A microwave, a water bottle, a fridge, a Chinese money plant, and a pen.
It's like you're living in a nuclear bunker, isn't it? You're never going to leave again. Good. All right. And you see what you've done there is you've stepped out of the fictional world you've created in your own head, full of worst case scenarios, and you're suddenly in the present. I do this all the time. If I'm suddenly panicking or feeling nervous, I just spot 5 things and I'm back in the real world. So you take that one, Henry. Walter, we're coming to you. Walter, has there been a time you've been very nervous?
Lots of times, Ed.
Maybe a time before a sports match or a performance?
Yeah, I'd say taking a penalty for the under-16B football team.
Fantastic. Okay, so listen, you're about to take that penalty. How are you feeling?
I don't want to let my teammates down. My foot hurts, and we're 1-0 down with a minute to go.
Okay, right. So the stakes are high. Nerves are inevitable. I'm going to give you 2 tips. All right. The first one is your classic breathing. You got to get control of your breathing. Okay. So you're going to go in for 3 counts through the nose and then out for 5. Ready? Yes, good. We go from thinking to sensing. Henry, I want you breathing in for 3 in through your nose. And everyone at home, breathing in for 3 and then out for 5. Good. And now, Walter, you're going to do a bit of positive self-talk, okay? You're going to talk to yourself like you are your teammate, okay? So you're going to say something like, so what would you say if you could see Walter, right? Or let's say you were going to see Henry about to take a penalty. What would you say to Henry?
I'd say, Henry, you can do it. You can beat that fat goalkeeper.
Exactly. So now just substitute Walter in for Henry and say it to yourself.
Carsey, you can beat that fat goalie and score the goal to draw the game against Charterhouse.
Against Charterhouse. I do it the whole time. I go, come on, Mr. MacArthur. If I'm about to play a piano show, I'm like, come on, Mr. MacArthur, you got this. Come on, you're the best piano player in the world. Come on, you got this. You're grade 3. Come on. Yes, Mr. MacArthur. Fantastic job, Mr. MacArthur. So it's a really big part. So those 3 tips are noticing 5 things around you, staying present, getting control of your breathing, in for 3, out for 5, and then positive self-talk. Be your own coach, be your own teammate, and you'll start to feel a lot more confident. And those nerves that can really ruin a performance or ruin your experience, they can just something you can control. I hope that was helpful, lads.
That was very helpful. Do we think we could try it with a kid?
Yeah, have we got time?
What do we think? Yeah, we got 1 minute, I reckon. There's a young man here who's been talking for a while and wants to come and see us, and his name is Willem. We haven't seen Willem in a long time. Willem, are you there? I reckon we should.
Hello.
Hello, Willem. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well. You look well. Look at you. Are you in a blue t-shirt? What are you wearing?
I'm wearing an Oppidan t-shirt.
Yes!
Oh, stop it. What a man. Is it comfortable?
Fantastic.
Does it fit?
Does it fit, the t-shirt?
No, it doesn't.
Well, we need to address that as soon as possible.
We'll address that. Is it too big or too small?
Too big.
Quite big. All right. So adult small is not the right size for Willem. Good to know.
Well, Willem.
Hey, you know what? It'll be comfy nonetheless.
It will be comfy. And listen, you'll grow into it because we're about to double you in size, double your confidence. Tell me, Willem, is there something coming up soon? Do you have any interviews coming up or anything that might fill you with nerves?
Nervous about?
Well, I do have tennis camp, and on Friday there will be a tennis tournament.
Okay.
Well, how are you feeling about that?
Nervous?
Yeah. And how do those nerves show themselves? Do they affect how you feel physically or how you think?
Think.
Okay, go on then. Give me an example of a thought that might come into your head as you're about to serve.
I'm going to lose.
Now that's very interesting There's a Confucius quote where he says, "He who says he can and he who says he can't are both probably correct." So what he means is the person that you're playing against is, let's say you're playing against me, or you're playing against Kazi, and Kazi's going, "I am definitely going to win." And there's you going, "I'm definitely going to lose." Who do you think is going to win the point?
Cassie?
Yeah, Kazi. I'm just doing Walter's nickname for himself because he loves positive self-talk is Kazi. So that's it. So the story you tell yourself, how you approach it, confidence is all about the expectation of a positive outcome. So if you start thinking positive, when you're about to serve and you feel those negative thoughts coming, you're going to say, remind me of your name again.
Willem.
Willem, you're going to say, "Come on, Willem, you got this. You're going to win this." And see what happens. It's a tiny shift, but it could have massive consequences for your tennis career.
Awesome. So Willem, I know that you think Mr. MacArthur's a living genius, but we got to end the show and we got to end it with something fun. So we had an idea, which is that we might try and play Biscuit Face with you.
Oh, yay.
And we also thought, for those who've been kind enough to stay as we've run on late, would anyone else like to play Biscuit Face on the show? Just say yes on your chat and I will add you on, all right? And it's going to be absolute chaos and we're going to try and play a group game of Biscuit Face. So Walter can add people too. Let's get Jemima back in there. Let's get Rupert. I saw Rupert. He said he wanted to play. Let's see, who else have we got? Now set yourselves up, guys.
I'm just going to get my biscuit.
All right, you get your biscuit. We've got someone called Syed. I don't know if that's actually a Syed or if it's Hussein. I think it might be Hussein.
Okay.
Oh, it's Hussein.
Oh, I can see the Q&A.
And then
come up.
We've got Everett says mine melted. Who else? Anyone else on here want to come on? I think that could be enough. We can see them now all on the screen. We're going to play group Biscuit Face.
Who else can we get up? Can we get Christopher Squire? Callum, you can come up.
And anyone else, let us know. This is your last chance. We've got Karen on here who says, "I can't wait to see how this goes. I'm definitely not."
I got this.
Would Nikki, you want to come up? Nikki, up you come.
Everett getting on here too, but if you're on here, you've got to play. You've got to play.
Yes.
I'm going to try and put this in gallery mode. We need to see video screens if people are playing.
Hello, Nikki.
Who else have we got here? We've got anyone else? No, we're going to leave it there. We picked a quieter dude. All right. Are we ready?
Okay, everyone's got to turn on there.
If you're on here, Hussein, you got to get your camera going, mate. Here we go, Everett. There we go, Hussein. Let's see some biscuit.
I'm trying to get in my room. Help.
Are we ready? Okay, guys. Are we making as much noise as you can?
No, can I have a second?
Yeah.
Ready.
Can I judge?
Ready? 2, 1, and we're playing.
Let's start, yeah?
Just my
eye.
We're going.
You're right back. Ready, start?
Oh, I've gone too far. I've overshot.
Useless.
Rupert!
No.
I think Rupert won first.
He's useless. Oh, it's falling on the floor. 5-second rule. Go on, do it.
Yes, we did it. I did it.
Loads of chocolate on me.
I think I know who won.
Well, what a fitting end to a great show, guys. Everyone on here, have you guys had a great time today? Excellent. To everyone at home, who was too shy to come and play with us. Hundreds of you, literally hundreds of you there who don't want to play this. Thank you.
Send it into chaos.
Thanks. We've had a great time.
Thank you also.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you to Mr. MacArthur.
Thank you.
You've had the most wonderful.
Bye.
We wish you a lovely evening.
Bye, guys. Bye.